Oh wow, I just got home from our day out while they were doing this, and we have a brigade. We always hoped we would have a brigade. Isn't that wonderful? I hope the rest of it looks just as lovely. And they left the ring. I asked them to leave the old ring there. Oh, it's going to be fabulous. What a difference. It's hard to imagine, but it's just going to be so different to what it was. Now this is bizarre. It looks like another window. There's another wooden lintel there. Oh gosh, the things that happened in these old buildings. Nancy and Terry, welcome to Chianni. Welcome back to Chianni.
Happy to be home.
They're home. They're home now. They're home now. You might remember from when they were here looking for their houses, or we may have been when we just first walked through. That's right. And now they're here and they're up to their eyeballs in renovations and purchases and things like that, but it's going really well. It's looking wonderful, and so we thought we'd come up for a lovely dinner tonight in the Chianni Bistro.
And it's so beautiful.
Isn't it pretty? It's so pretty. Let's have a cheers, everyone, except we've only got water, but we are getting some red wine. Cheers.
Don't cross over.
No. Oh, sorry. Oh, yes, that's cheers to wonderful days ahead. Lots of wonderful days ahead. Nancy's photographing her gnocchi, and so you should. They've got, we're both having green gnocchi in gorgonzola sauce with gnocchi, so walnuts and pears, which I had last year, I'm sure. David's got tagliata fresca d'Italy with a cinghiale ragu, and Terry's having the proposo, which is the lovely slow-cooked beef shin with mash. So, buon appetito, everyone! And Nancy has gone for her Sicilian heritage by choosing a really lovely cannolo. It looks wonderful. Is it yummy? Is it yummy?
It is very yummy.
It looks wonderful. Well, we're back in Vicopisano, and I'm walking with one crutch and doing quite well. And we've already picked up a couple of lovely little things. David's having a little look there, and our lovely friends Nancy and Terry are just ahead of me, and they've already bought some lovely little bits and pieces as well for their home, their new home in Chianni. And we're having a wonderful day under this beautiful sunshine. And what does my husband want? He wants to show me something. Oh, hang on a second. Well, that little episode was because David saw a really gorgeous little bee brooch, and he wanted to buy it for me for when I get my ape, which is very, very, very soon. So I can wear my little bee brooch on whatever I'm wearing when I'm out in the car. I don't know if that's going to happen every time, but anyway, it's really, really cute.
Okay.
Some more lovely laces and curtains and all sorts of things along here. Nancy's just managed to pick herself up a gorgeous little table runner, so she's happy. We're still collecting as we go along. I said to Nancy, you can't come home from Vicopisano empty-handed. It's absolutely impossible. Look at all these artworks lined up against the old tower. Isn't this gorgeous? Makes a perfect gallery wall, doesn't it? I like that little angel. Aww. Oh, you like that? Do you like the flowers, darling? David's very attracted to yellow flowers. He loves sunflowers, and he loves anything that's bright with yellow, don't you, darling? You tend to always be drawn to that. For the lovely lady that told me she loves all the blue plates. Now, was it Wendy? Deborah? Oh gosh, I can't remember which of you it was, but I've just found some beautiful blue plates for you. So there you go for my blue and white plate lovers. Aren't they gorgeous? There you go. I'm filming them especially for you. There you go. Gorgeous store, and I'm just loving all their lampshades. Beautiful things. That must be a good painting for inside a kitchen with the fish and the lemon and the piece of spinach. I really like that. It's a good kitchen.
Lovely on the barbecue, won't it?
Nice on the barbecue as well.
Exactly. Shells. Look at that ship. Craftsmanship there. Wow. That is interesting.
Future vlogger of this channel. I'm trying to talk him into it. I said you're our future vlogger.
Oh yes, future vlogger.
Absolutely. I need help.
In 5 years or so, please.
I know. We were just saying the whole way up this white road, as they call them, up to Morona. We hadn't driven up this white road before, and they have planted hundreds and hundreds of baby cypress, because there are some existing already, but most of the road has none. It's going to be the most incredible hilltop row of cypresses you've ever seen. One of those wonderful ones that you'll see all over Instagram and everywhere else. You can see them. They're all babies. They're probably just a couple of years old. And in 5 years' time, this whole thing is going to be the most magnificent cypress-lined road to Morona. Well, we just got home and David's making me a well-deserved coffee, I think. I wanted to show you the colours in this. Is so pretty. And it's just another signed oil. Picked up at Vicopisano. And the colours are so pretty, aren't they? It looks like maybe I don't know whether it's a stormy sky or maybe the end of a sort of purple, almost like lilac colour sunset perhaps, I'm not sure, but with the little Tuscan houses and the cypress. Oh, it jumped out at both David and I, and it's a lovely size. And once again, one of those lovely frames that they use with the gold and deep green, which just suits our place perfectly. So that was €20. Then there are these two little darlings. Now, having been down to the Tuscan coast for the first time the other day, to Quercianella. This is not Quercianella, but there was just something about it in these tiny little vignettes that made me think of it. Very, very sweet. These are really quite old, these ones. And this one in particular, because we saw lots of ruins, like little castle ruins and things along the coastline, I thought they could be anywhere along there. It just jumped out at me, and I thought they're so sweet. They're going to look gorgeous amongst all our little artworks. And then the last piece, oh, let me put it into focus for you, is this gorgeous, now if I can hold this up to the light, look at that blue glass. Isn't that beautiful? So it's this beautiful 1940s, sorry, not in focus, 1940s perfume bottle that David actually saw before me and said, aren't they beautiful? There were two, and there was actually my initials on both, M and then a B, but I don't need both. And the gentleman that was selling these gave me a deal for the 3, and with the M on it was just gorgeous. And I thought, oh, that's such darling little things to put on our little gold Venetian looking dresser upstairs in the bedroom. Morning. Did I scare you? It's only me. There's no one else in the house. What are you making me for dinner? I can see something boiling. Oh, you got music playing in the background. Romantic music to cook by. And what are you making me? Something delicious?
Delicious but simple.
I love David's cooking. It's delicious and simple, and that's what I actually love. And he does a great job. And I wanted to show you all that he has been cooking for me every single night since I got injured and we got home. And every meal has been delizioso. Thank you, amore mio. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Little job done. So we kind of think that finishes off that little corner now, don't we, darling?
Well, exactly. But change is constant.
David knows with me, change is constant. I love it. He comes out with all the right things. It can be. It can be. I do get sometimes look at something and thought, oh, maybe this would look better. But for the moment, I'm really, really happy. And David's really happy.
It's perfecto.
Oh, thank you, darling. And we love our new painting in the corner as well on the other wall. The beautiful one over there. And so we have that one, and now our other little one in the corner next to the mirror. And we're feeling like the lounge room is now feeling more like us, starting to have more personality, a little bit more depth and colour and interest. Coming from sort of an artistic family background, I've always loved to be surrounded by interesting things and art and pieces. So it's now starting to feel more like me, and luckily more like David, because David and I have really similar tastes, which is so fortunate. So fortunate. And this morning, David went out. I was still in bed because I was resting my leg this morning, which was quite sore this morning. He went outside to see the colour of the grouting because I was a little concerned about the actual grouting that's being done, or the pointing in between the stones. Yesterday it was...
The colour you were thinking.
No.
It's because it was wet and it was difficult to understand what the real colour was. But I think when we look at the part they did yesterday, which is now sort of almost dry, it's definitely a lot lighter than the wet ground.
Yes, I was seeing it wet, and also I was seeing it from an awkward angle. Yes. Because I can only get down and stand at the front door. Yeah. David actually climbed up the scaffold for me and looked from the top of the scaffold at the drier part, and he said, no, Marisa, it's beautiful. And I trust him implicitly. He knows what I like. We're so happy it's ready. So as you can see, things are going on out here, and I'm just standing at the front door. And I don't like to step outside because it's so dirty, but all the front of the house is getting pointed. Can you see that up there? By the lovely Pepe. He's just up here brushing the walls. So he puts the joint mixture in between the walls, and he uses like a plastic funnel like you would for cake. People that use cake decorating. Ah, sì.
Mi dai il telefono un secondo?
D'accordo. Ok. Grazie. Not the most exciting place to be on a Wednesday afternoon, but there are all the flags out, which means we're just near Florence and they do the contrada. But I'm going over to, this is the Pronto Soccorso, so there's a hospital here, and I'm just going over here to see an orthopedic surgeon and specialist to see what I need to do next. We're on the road home from the orthopedic surgeon, and it was relatively good news. Well, I still have to have an MRI tomorrow, but on the way home we were so hungry and we knew we'd be home late, so we stopped for wonderful pizza. Yours looks good. I love the organic shape on these ones. Buon appetito, amore. Oh, that looks good, David.
Do you want to taste?
No, I suppose I have to.
I mean, you have got an injured leg, so...
I suppose I have to
What's that got to do with
taste
the
it.
price of fish? I don't know. But
Well, who's talking about fish? I'm just talking about lemon. What was it? Lemon torta di limone with fragola?
with a fragola on top.
Okay. Oh, you just took the first bite. I thought you were giving that to me. Oh, you're testing it out first. Like the Egyptians used to do. They always had someone that tests things just in case it was poisoned. I get it. You're just protecting me, aren't you, my darling? Well, that was a lovely surprise dinner at I Due Laghi, the Two Lakes, which is a lovely pizzeria restaurant on the way home from, I suppose it's just after Cevoli. Yeah, just after Cevoli and Lari's sort of on the way home here. And they have a lovely big outdoor area here behind. There's two lakes, massive lakes, and lots of room inside. Wonderful pizzas, wood-fired pizzas, and it was honestly just a spur of the moment thing on the way home because we were just hungry and tired after my outing at the doctor's. But it was perfect. Buongiorno, everyone. Yes, we're still under the scaffold, but hopefully it goes away perhaps, I'd say not tomorrow. He said tomorrow, but then he has other works to do, so I've got a feeling it might be Tuesday. You can now see well and truly how the pointing is turning out, and yes, it makes it dark with all this scaffolding in front of the house, so you're not seeing the true colour. It is an ochre yellow, of course, like a Tuscan colour, which is what we are pretty much obliged to do when you're inside an historical centre of a village. So you have to stick to their palette, which is fine. Obviously it looks beautiful, and when you see the light part at the top where it's dried out more and has more sunlight on it, you can see the true colours. I'm just trying to show you. There we go. He's done the door finish beautifully with that lovely half moon design above the door, which I love. And our new light fitting will go where you can see the electrical line. There's still some finishing off. I believe he needs to, I think he forgot. I believe he has to come and go around that, but we'll check that. And then, sorry, I'm just being very careful here. That's our new window with the new windowsill. Of course, it's backed and it has been had the what they call intonico, which is the rendering in the same color as the joints on the front there, but it now looks really pretty with the bricks surrounding it. So here is the underneath part of the balcony. As you can see, the stones have been removed. They kept the horse ring for me, which I love. And that's all going to be pointed as well. Initially they thought this part was going to be just rendered, but it came up well, and the lovely brick arch will be left apparent with just the rendering. Obviously inside is going to be different, and it's just this part where the gas meter and the water meter come through, and there are pipes. That because a lot of work was done behind there, and they said you can tell it's not going to be a nice wall, just this section on the side of the arch under this little triangular part will be rendered. So my darling, what are your impressions of our new facelift?
It's going to look absolutely beautiful. I think because if you look up there.
Yes.
So that's sort of stonework, so it's pretty much what it's going to look like. So I think that's going to be beautiful. It's just going to bring out that Tuscan charm.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened to people when they decided to put the stucco on.
It was a sign of wealth, I believe. I know in France they told me that at one stage it was the fashion, because it was like the stone houses at one stage were looked upon as being almost like peasant-like in some ways. And so by putting a render and a colour in that, it showed the wealth that you actually had the money to do that. So it was very fashionable. True. But the problem is a lot of them remained grey. And so then you ended up just with these grey towns and grey, like the grey inside and the grey we had before, and the grey that is still on the front of this little part just next door here. But fashions change.
Yes, fashions do change.
Yeah.
This one's going to look lovely.
It is. It is, yeah. We love our art.
The render, it's just going to sort of pop it out.
Yes.
So it's going to look beautiful.
Yes, I fully agree. We're in unison there, that's for sure. We can't wait.
Like this washing.
Oh, look at my precious man who's doing all of the house chores for me at the moment. Although I did just vacuum the kitchen, because it's one of those little handheld ones that I can just shuffle around with, so it doesn't hurt me. And I said to David, no, let me do that. I have to feel useful and do the things I can do. But he runs up and down and puts the washing on for me. My angel.
The house is looking spick and span.
Well, actually, no, it's looking filthy at the moment, to be honest with you.
But it will do. And yeah,
it will do.
When the scaffold's down, that'll be a good day.
It'll be a good day. A great day. Can't wait to show you all.
Yeah.
We were also just having a little discussion, which I thought I'd bring you in on. Now, there used to be a massive pot here. You probably all remember that from old photos and videos that the people up the stairs had, who are on sale, by the way. Oh, if you want to buy the house next door to me, it's a big house. It's on sale. Let me know. You can be our next door neighbours. Yes, so I'm thinking of putting a larger square pot, perhaps if I can find it, or if I can't, a round one. But I knew that the square would fit nicely, obviously, and give more root space to the plant. Because I'm thinking of buying a variety of cypress tree, which, as all of you know, it's very Tuscan, lovely evergreen, and you can get varieties that don't grow like 20 meters tall. That's called a juniper skyrocket, and we had those in our garden. Even in Sydney my dad planted them. But you can get a shorter variety that I think grows 3 to 4 meters tall, which would mean it would just go up past the balcony slightly, sort of about to that level there, which would be great because it would create this beautiful, you know, evergreen spot right in the corner here. Look very, very obviously very Tuscan and just beautiful, I think, and add a really big green touch to the little courtyard as well. Because we were trying to think of different plants we could put in to fill that corner and hide the pipe, because there's nothing we can do about that down pipe. So what are your thoughts on that? Do you all think that would look lovely as well? I'm sure once the scaffold comes down, you'll all understand a lot better about what I'm saying. But I think it will look really, really pretty. Very, very, very soon, all will be revealed. Hopefully tomorrow or the next day. The facelift on the top half of the house will be complete and the scaffolding will be gone. Oh, we can't wait. David just said to me, I'm so sick of bumping my head. Just having a bite of lunch at Bar Centrale. David's well into his San Gimignano. So we've got little round focaccias that are just delicious. They're €4 each. I was just saying that was cheaper than the price of a coffee in France. We were in France, it was so expensive for coffee. Mine, if you're vegetarian or vegan, look away, because today I've gone with something that I don't normally eat. But I felt like tasting this beautiful one that's called a Luca, which has salami and truffle sauce and something else, I can't remember. Anyway, it's absolutely delicious. And I've got it with the Chinotto. Now, it looks like the colour of Coke, doesn't it? But Chinotto is actually a bitter, very traditional Italian drink that I really love. David's just having a little Moretti beer with his, and he's got a San Gimignano, which is prosciutto and tomatoes and full of what, Danny?
Towers.
Full of towers. His sandwich is full of towers. That's a dad joke, David. And it is noisy in here because we're in the cafe, but best place. The what, Danny?
You're filming me eating again.
Oh dear. Okay.
I'm not eating.
I'm always filming him eating. Oh well, never mind. I'm not going to turn it around and show me eating because I always make a mess. And David can vouch for that. Yes. Buongiorno. So, what did you just say this was, David?
The half reveal.
The half reveal.
Hey.
So all the what do you call it? Like the shade cloth stuff, the dust cloths have gone from outside, and now we can actually see the house. Well, not totally. This is why it's a half reveal, because there are things still blocking our view. But that will be gone this afternoon normally. But we just couldn't wait to get out here and have a look. And oh my gosh, we're so excited. It's so beautiful. What do you all think? I mean, I don't know if you can see well, but let me just pan up. Can you see the lovely colours through there? And can you see the Medici symbol up there that's been put on the front? Because our village, I put my finger, David's putting his finger. That's exactly where it is. I think I've mentioned to you in the past that the village was once owned by the Medici. So we thought, wow, this is just going to be the swankiest little Medici house there is. We're going to make it a Medici house. But let me get up close for you. So this is the portion just done. He did this yesterday afternoon. He, as you can see, he's there busily working on this front part here, which will be stuccoed in the same lovely ochre colour. This is still a little bit darker than up the top because that's already had days and days to dry. But now with the air and the sunlight, it will dry and it will just fade a little bit, just a little bit softer than what it is. But as you can see, it's just so lovely. And look at this beautiful archway here. This will be finished off here. They're going to fix the edges of the broken steps there for us with something. He's looking into that. And then, of course, there's just the section here around the doorway and around here to be finished as well. That will all be the same colour. And also here across the terracotta ceiling here. That's an interior view of the arch now. What a difference it is even when you stand inside and see this instead of those ugly grey walls. Isn't it gorgeous, darling?
Beautiful.
Oh, we're so happy. So happy. Pepe at work. Doing such a great job. Oh dear, we're having door problems. A lovely old door that, as you can see, that they are complaining about the weight because it's so old. So the good old-fashioned doors weigh a ton. All of a sudden has decided to drop and we can't get the door open and closed. So it's...
Ci sei? Sì. Io anche. Come mai non faccio? Ecco, ora è andato. Prova a chiudere. Prova a chiudere.
Let's see. They're saying let's try and see if we can close it. It's quite dramatic. I love it.
Vai. Prova a chiudere. Aspetta, dovete chiudere. Sì, ora chiude.
Sì!
Gli mancava quei 2-3 millimetri.
Bravissimi! It's extremely noisy, that house, because I can't go outside. The scaffold's coming down. Finally! There they are, out there. There's Nicola undoing it all. And the new light fitting right up, they're going to be taking care of that though. Oh, very, very noisy. I don't know if you can even hear me. But there's the truck. Oh, it's so exciting, but we don't dare. Oh my goodness, we're just sitting inside listening to all this terrible noise. Maybe we should close the front door for a moment, David. What do you think?
Just the noise a little bit.
Just reduce it slightly. It's a bit, even though we know that it's not, there's nothing going wrong. When you hear all the bing banging, it kind of puts you off a little bit.
It'll be nice to walk out the door with it.
David's hit his head on that lower bar there.
About 20 times.
Oh, easily. I said to him, you're going to be giving yourself brain damage soon if you do that anymore. And I can't wait to, oh, here's my new little, there it is. Can't wait to put that. I'll just show you that. That was the lovely, the pretty planter box that we picked up yesterday to put on the new windowsill, which is kind of on the other side of this wall just here. So you'll see that out later on. Can't wait to get all my plants off the balcony and put them back on the balcony. Ah, we're getting there, we're getting there. We just have to get past all the noise now, and then we get to do the big reveal. How exciting. Well, one layer's down and 2 layers to go. Oh, can you see my Medici plaque on the wall there? Oh, so exciting. Goodness gracious me, can't wait to see what goes on here. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, by this afternoon, we are going to do the grand reveal. Oh, I'm so excited. My goodness, I've just seen the house for the first time. I'm standing at the bottom of the stairs and it made me cry. It's so beautiful. I've been wanting to do this for so long. It seems crazy. I mean, I'm tears of happiness, obviously. Silly bugger. Oh, excuse me. Beep, beep. Oh my god. Okay, well, I'm going to walk in front and show you, but I was just overwhelmed by emotion the minute I got here. Oh my goodness me. Just showing you our new light fitting, our beautiful new door surround, and my Medici plaque. And of course David's new lovely grey, pale grey colour he's painted on the shutters, which the front door will be the same colour. And up close, the new window, which will eventually be a real window, but for now we just love it. And they even put a really, really fancy little air vent for us in copper. There he is. Oh, my hubby's just made me coffee. How cute. Thank you, darling. Oh, you're drinking my coffee? Oh, cheeky. So what do you all think? Are we getting a thumbs up? Oh, we just love it. And now, of course, we can start redecorating with all the beautiful pot plants. That, by the way, if you're wondering where they are, my olive tree has been babysat here by Laurie and Fabio and grown a lot. My Jasmine's the same. She's leaning over looking like she's not growing at all, but she's growing heaps. It's just that she's totally curled over. And then we've got a couple of other little plants of ours sitting up here. Oh, there's the basket. And then this lovely one here is ours as well, which Laurie said, I like it on my steps. Do you want to leave it with me? Cheeky. So, yeah, it's looking so beautiful. So from now on, when I take videos out the front of the house, outside of Vivasogni, you have a very different background to what you used to have. Before I was standing in front of something quite dull and grey. Now we have this beautiful vibrant ochre of Tuscany with the white surrounds, the soon-to-be grey door, and all the lovely bits and pieces. And there'll be a lovely pot that we've bought from there that I think I've already showed you. that will have flowers in it. There'll be all the flowers and plants here. It's going to be so different. We can't wait. Aww, here he goes. So I've just asked David if he wouldn't mind putting the planter, the terracotta planter, back on that windowsill. Be very careful, my love. Are you okay doing it from there? Yeah? Awesome. It just fits like perfectly, like a glove, literally. It was difficult finding something narrow enough, but it just sits perfectly in that little spot, doesn't it, sweetheart? Awesome. Yep. Little tiny bit of space either end.
Yep.
Let me show everybody the lovely detailing on it. So these are all handmade, and isn't that pretty? The lovely flourish on it. So we just need to find out what we're going to pop in there. But another lovely addition, and it picks up all the terracotta in the bricks. That's just gorgeous. Buonasera and chin chin salute. We are doing the strangest thing. Laurie, my neighbour, up in her kitchen window there, just 2 minutes ago, she was killing herself laughing because I called her up on the phone and I said, "Come to the kitchen window, Laurie." She came to the window and burst out laughing. She said, "I have to take a photograph of this for Fabio," my husband. So we decided the best view in the neighbourhood this evening for a glass of red wine and some yummy rosmarino chips was sitting in our front courtyard looking up at our new house. We couldn't think of a better view this evening, so that's what we're doing. Let me spin around and show you. So there we go, just sitting up the front of Laurie and Fabio's house. Oh, and as the bells toll for 7, I suppose. 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 6, David's right. Oh, that's right, I said it's almost drinky time. So we came down for 6. And there's Vivasogni in all her beautiful new splendour. Of course, it's a little bit darker now, but we'll turn that lovely light on after. Doesn't she just look gorgeous? I just keep on sitting here and David and I discussing, oh, I love the surround of the front door. Doesn't that make it look so much better? Oh, I love the colour of the new shutter colour that we've painted. Oh, we'll definitely do the front door that colour. Oh, and this and that. And we just keep on picking out all these neutral things. And yes, the balustrade has to stay a dark grey when we repaint it because it needs to have the contrast now against the other colours. You pick up all these new things that you think you should be doing. And of course, we just can't wait to get all the planting done. But the ground around here, now I don't know if it's apparent to you, but it's filthy. And so it would be. You can see all the white. I'm pointing with my wine glass, ladies and gentlemen. See all the white dust on the ground and even here. And then going down, it's made a bit of a mess down the pathway. So tomorrow we're going to borrow, hopefully, Fabio's Karcher, high pressure cleaner. And we're going to do all of this area. We'll actually start with our balcony because it's filthy. Then we can put our pot plants back. Then we'll go down our staircase, which is going to be fixed a little bit on the edges, as I said to you, next Monday, but it needs a good clean. And then we'll clean all down here, all through here, and then we can all get back to putting all our lovely pot plants back and making it look pretty for the coming summer months. Alleluia. Chin, darling. Chin, chin. Cheers to us, my love. Chin, chin. Chin, chin. And cheers to Vivasogni. To many, many happy years ahead. No. Oh, did you get spiky things in your fingers? David, what have you done to Laurie's plant? I can see things hanging over. Good. Oh, did you go through...
It's a cacti.
Did you go... They're going to protect your fingers, aren't they?
Io a mani nude, cioè non so senti nota.
She's got no gloves on. He's the one that's got
protection. Non ha fatto punto cavaliere.
No.
That one there, what's happening with this one? It's hanging out. It's gone droopy.
It's top heavy.
Oh, it's just gone droopy. Okay.
It hasn't grown.
Oh, there was a lot of goings on here.
Stretto, era troppo stretto.
Ah, so they've just transplanted from one. But Laurie was really scared. I couldn't get it because I was talking to someone, but David was sawing through this and Laurie was holding it and she thought he was going to saw her hand off. Oh, the goings on, honestly.
10, tutti 10 li dava.
Now, they've both got 10 fingers left, thank goodness.
Ma mi facevi paura.